Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Try Not to Grin. This is a series where it is just us hanging out. Regardless, my friends, let us jump into the memes. By the way, if you appreciate the content, always forget to do this. I was really good about doing this for like every video in a week and I stopped. If you manage to like the video or share it around, I know it's a little early to be asking you of this, but support the video in any way. Much love. Yes, I don't have any 5-star weapons. What gave it away? Yeah, I have so many crystals. I looked at my thing. I have 20 rocks, 2000 rocks that I haven't converted into Genesis crystals or like the upgraded, not Genesis crystals, sorry, upgraded crystals. And I haven't done the rock farm in ages. So it's not even like one of those. I just have not done the rock farm forever, and the game's just like, yeah, it's not great. All right, but the weapon banner is cursed, so fair enough. What is this? This, she's wearing the leash. Anime. And moving on. But she seems to be living her best life happy, so you know, leave it be. Alright, although if the dog bites you, rips your throat out, then yeah, she is probably going to be held responsible. Anyway, please go away. Responsibility. Me watching anime. Boom. Maybe you just gotta improve your time management skills. Also, this is Dark Altar. Anyways, don't look at me. I don't know who this is. Is this? Oh, this is her son. Or yeah. Anyways, this is her son. And yes. When you study for like 20 minutes and play video games and scroll through Insta for 7 hours. Exactly. I'm keeping a balance between work and play. You know what's funny, man? I to me, I think of how a lot of studies and etc. show that like you get 20 minutes of like good learning, and then you're very efficient, you're very good to go. But then you should have like 5 minutes or 10 minutes of a break to like walk away to decompress, because your brain will kind of get into like a cycle, so it kind of gets bored. So then when you're bored, your brain just kind of plateaus and stops really absorbing and paying and like absorbing knowledge. Regardless, it just made me think of like when I seen that study how so much of school is like, here's an hour of just go. Here's an hour of just go. Here's an hour of go, facilitated by like notes, which is in no way the like method to absorb information in an easy way. Again, you should bet on understanding above recall, because recall can eventually diminish, whereas understanding creates many neurological pathways that lead back to information, making it harder to degrade over time, because there's not just one neurological circuit, but 50 leading back to one thing. Hence why it is greater to understand something, not just remember it. But anyways, shows wall of text that's super tiny to father, my dad. It's just a bunch of numbers. What's the issue? I don't know nothing about nothing. Not me. Me. My closeted degenerate sister. Right, never mind. So wait, yeah, in order for her to be like, I know what the numbers mean, Mason, she'll reveal that she too, or has some inclination of knowledge of that. Oh, but you were bashful and ashamed. But then she just is like, yeah, I'm not going down with this ship. And nor am I. I don't know what these numbers mean, Mason. You gotta figure it out yourself. Okay. Roses are red. I can't believe my eyes. Holy shit. You impregnated... Nothing. Just nothing. I don't even know... yeah. Ew, you like older women. The older women. This is like reverse 5,000-year-old vampire. Okay. Also, again, the premise is like they still look like they're fucking, what is it, like 20, maybe 18 at the most. They don't look like super. There's like one character I can think of that looks kind of like aged up in Genshin. But yeah, also, this is totally, what do you call it? This is the front page of certain non-anime related websites. That is all like the, you know, I'm not comfortable anymore. All right, it was made for me. What is it? It was made for me. I don't understand what happened. Is he trying to get in or out? I don't understand. It was made from... I love it. This is like one of the more unique, weird things. Although the whole point of a pumpkin is that when you light it from the inside, it peers forward. So that's just going to be like... It's just the cutout of a guy when it's lit at night. The person's going to get up and be like... light a match and be like, oh, it's a thing. I guess you could hollow out, like make it super thin so that the light hits the paper and illuminates forward, but that's a little much. Anyways, love it. Look who came by for a little snacky vampire. Don't say it like that. Vampire. You know what? You made it weird. You know what? Keep your blood. Disgust me. All right? You're probably thick as hell anyway, and all chunky and all undietary, have an ass. Okay? Least you could do is eat some fucking pineapple anyways. Reasons why. Fall is #1. Chilly weather, killing it. Halloween, killing it. Sweaters, same thing with chilly weather. Pumpkins, boom. Bugs have returned to hell where they belong. Honestly, man, that is the peak thing. I think it's like like the Swedes or whomever, maybe like London or something like that. But like they're constantly, those motherfuckers are constantly bitching about like how it rains here. And I'm just like, you mean like insects get flushed away constantly and they're just constantly like getting wrecked? And there's cold enough weather to where like the bugs stay in the fucking ground and like they don't, like they go to other places. Rather than Canada where it's like, yeah, the bugs are leaving. Oh no, the snow is coming. and it's mean. And it's cutting through your skin. The windshield's out here fucking slicing through your coat. But I'm there for the sweaters, for sure. I just like wearing sweaters, have an abnormally high body temperature. Sweaters keep me nice and cozy. And I can never wear them. Me, in a good year, the glass is half full. Me in a bad year, the glass is half empty. Me in 2020, that's piss, isn't it? That's some bullshit, isn't it? I don't know, man. To me, this is always something that like I think it's really like a powerful, I don't know. To me, it's a powerful tool, but I just sound like a fucking douche when I talk about it. But it's always, and this is something my parents kind of instilled into us, I think. But like to me, like one of the things that I heard recently, which is kind of like a different way to do this, but it's basically before you wake up in the morning, and say you're like 30 or something like that, and you're starting to get back pain, and you're crushing everything, and everything's bad, and you're starting to get pains and aches and all of these things. Or you didn't take care of yourself, or maybe you worked too hard when you were younger and had damage, whatever it could be. Instead of being like, God, my life sucks, this is the worst. Throw yourself forward and imagine what it would be like for you to be 80. And then imagine all the pains you would be going through, all the like the slowness, the lack of energy, the motivation to do certain things because of the limitation of your body at this point. And then go live through that, live in that for a little while, and then be like, I'm actually my back hurts, but at least I'm not fucking like busted out a hip and I have to go to like 8 surgeries to recapture my legs any function, or kneecaps full function, you know? So I think that's always helpful, is to not put, like, some people go like really far into like obscure land where they're like, here, like, oh my God, I should be so grateful because there's someone in Africa suffering right now. And it's like, well, yeah, but you have no idea the scale of that kind of suffering. You've never even got a taste of what it's like to go be like fully starving to the point where you can see your ribcage. Maybe some of you do, but most people don't. So it's not like a relevant thing. You should try to put yourself in a future state that it could happen that would be relevant, and then have that feed your gratefulness for the moment right now. But also, your gratefulness should not be just to feel bliss. It should be to give yourself enough a kick in your step to get to out of the bad place that you're in, you know? 1945, 1960, boomers. Okay, Gen Z, the ultimate, the unknown, both age and young, both along the internet, experience dementia of time, and then millennials. This is what we call people who feel special, I think. People who want, again, this is a classic shit that I've always heard my entire life, where people are just like, my generation, then I just tune out. I'm out. I'm just like, fuck off. This is stupid. Everyone sucks. Everyone's always sucked. And there's a constant sea of happenings that's taken place and will continue to take place. It's like the thing that most people become heavily conservative or Republican as they get older. And it makes sense because in your day, you're fighting when you're younger, you're fighting for social justice change in the world, whether that's like gay rights or whatever it could be back in the one time. And then you go through your life and you're like, yeah, I got this. We did it. We achieved this big monolith thing. And then you have children, and then your children take on the different mantle of like, actually, what about sex? What's this whole discussion about that? And then they take that into you. You're like, oh, wait a minute. This seems like a little. I was good. Like, what's happening? Like, we got here. This is where we were supposed to go for. When you start out, you have relatively nothing. When you get older, you start accruing hopefully something, and therefore you start to want to protect what you've accrued more. And also, I have a theory where as soon as you have kids, something snaps in your head and you're like, fuck all these people. Okay? Or you're like, you know what, all of you, I would watch all of you burn alive. Okay, for my child. Okay, for me, for him to have even the slightest chance at a better life, I would see the worst shit happen to you. Love you. Toodles, all that. But anyway, next time a stranger talks to you when you're alone, just look at them shocked and whisper, you can see me? What? It's amazing, but what? Next time a stranger talks to you, because that's the pretext. So a random person in the bus stop looks at you. I would, honestly, dude, all this would get from me is drugs. Okay, drugs. All right, well, no, never mind. I don't see nothing. I'm just trying not to get stabbed here, my guy. Okay, that's my extent right now. 50% of the world's pineapples now contain cocaine. Okay, now it belongs on pizza. I wonder. Never mind. There's nothing about pineapple that could be tested and seen if a high was gained. Okay. Psst. Hey, Fry. Check it out. What? What is this? What? What is this? This isn't real, is it? Was there like a Simpsons Futurama crossover? No? Or is this just supposed to say like he was always holding this poor dog in his fucking thing? Also, as much as that is like one of the saddest moments in television history ever, what do you call it? It does have a happy end. Or like if they released a movie years later after everyone was already fucking scarred and they're like, well, actually, he goes back in the timeline and makes this atrocity not take place, where instead of that, he basically takes care of his boy, his good boy. And that episode technically didn't happen anymore because of the weird time. So suffering was never actually done in the timeline. I don't know how that makes sense, because I think if you would have went back and changed shit, it would have just been, I don't know, maybe different dimensions, so suffering was still taking place in this timeline and that timeline, and I fucking can't. Opens door. What the fuck is the way you read this? I guess this one? Finally, the scripture of necromancy are mine. Does Zappy Zaps arise from the death and live again? Oh, Bubble, how I missed you. What? But what is it? I don't know what this is. Is this like the thing where it's like, hey, like people were like, what would make you go to the end of the earth? And it's like, actually, I just had a dog that was my best friend in the world. I guess I'll cry. I'll start crying. Hey, meme, funny meme. Crab raccoon. Is that supposed to be said in like a special French way? And they're just like, fuck it, I don't know. Google Translate. Barbarian. I open the door. DM. What about the guard? What about him? He's just looking at him like, all right, well, the door's opening again. I guess. Maybe it's just me, but I don't know. There's something about that just is just shitty. Like, to me, that I would hope that there would be, because my whole thing is like, and maybe some DMs don't do this, but to me, it's like, okay, we're doing this. Okay, now we're in a combat phase. And then it's like a whole thing. And I'm like, I just wanted to fucking open the door and do a meme. And why can't I just roll to see if I smack him in the head or something? Just move on. She only calls you because you disappoint her like like a real fun. Is it, or is it because I feel like it's always a much more weirder, like I don't know, some sort of brain thing. What is it? Shame? It might be. I was like, why don't? Sorry, a lot of things happen in my brain. I was like, well, why don't men who have like issues, or not even issues, that's a rude way to say it, forgive me, but men who have like the like mommy issues, why don't they use that as the thing? Why don't they say that? I think it's because boys would just inherently shame them, and women are more chill about the whole situation. I like them thick. But Sir Newton, we can't write that, then write this: greater the mass, the greater the force of attraction. As much as I would agree, there is a barometer here where there is like damn, like, you know, like damn, and then there is your lifespan is getting sliced in half, and I would like you to be in this world for longer if you are my partner. What is this? I don't like it. When you press buttons on the controller and a little too hard while playing game, controller, won't you be a little more... What? No, I feel like sometimes the button gets stuck, but that's about... What is that? What is that? I don't like it. Red. Red is a rose. Take off the clothes. Let me observe your... Okay. This is an anime about potentially perversion, okay? It's quite funny, but also a little much. But tends to be how most things are. I don't know if I can show this. Frankly, I don't know. Probably not. Most likely not. Me, when no one is looking, Here's the context. The butter knife covered in Nutella. Why? Why don't you just fucking eat the Nutella? What is happening? Are you sucking on it? No, you're just licking the side of it. Relax. Alright? If you hold it at an angle like this, it may still look bad. Fuck these people. Okay? Eat your damn chocolate. So leave her legs alone. Ah, man. Who is giving us premium real estate? Thumbnail real estate. I can get something later when what? Sorry, I mean what? Jesus. Also, is it like a skit? No, she's naked. That's what it is. Okay, got it. What kind of degen shit? Disgusting. Where? My big sis is ready to play any game with you. No thanks, I can play games on my own. This one doesn't look familiar. Well, no, this is in fact a repost. Of course it's Lone Syndicate who uploads the degen shit. Honestly, Lone Syndicate, hey my friend, thank you for the thumbnail real estate. Some of them a little too close. A little too demonetization level shit, but then other ones, it will pull in the weeb trash in my audience, which is 90% of you. My inner weeb. My stomach, 13-cent ramen pack, 1,200 worth of weeb shit. I really get the weeb shit. Yeah, I just like the medium. I just like the art of it, okay? But I know people get crazy with figurines and whatnot. I don't know if I could ever do that. And if it would have to be like, I think a dude. Like, what do you call it? I think one of my favorite shows is, if I could ever, I think the only ones I'd be able to justify without getting any looks. Actually, no, I'd get looks, but it'd be like weird looks, not like pervert looks, which I can handle weird. Assassination Classroom, like the weird fucking, I would get pervert looks, but anyways, the weird like thing with that. Blood Blockade Battlefront, like the main character with his goggles. I would get figurines of those, but that's it. And then maybe Welcome to Demon School Irmika, although I don't know anyone who's iconic enough to have a thing. Maybe his grandpa, maybe, in Welcome to Demon School Irmika. Okay. Anyways, when you see him bend over to grab something, fuck that shit. Ain't happened to me. I'll fucking tighten up like a vice. Okay? You'll break your goddamn hand. Trade offer. I receive. You receive. We both receive hugs in depressing times. I will accept if under the presumption that my ass does not get squeezed whilst we embrace. Okay? No groping at all happens. I know it's cropped. Okay? It's gonna show one of the dudes reaching for the rafters, okay? Or no, that would make the bleacher. I don't know. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for your time. Hope you guys do enjoy the rest of your day. This has been Try Not to Grin. Yes, I wish you the best. This has been our memes tab. I always feel like I get in the swing of things and then I stop, which is probably I should probably like do a fake one and then do it. But then I wouldn't get to see all your memes. Yeah, I also don't get to see all your memes anyway because you guys are insanely proficient, and I appreciate that greatly. Hey, this one's just for you. I hope we can get more spoopy memes, but hey, well, I mean, it is what it is. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, hopefully you guys do enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you again. Also, if you managed to support the video in any way, thank you as always. Appreciate it a lot. Thank you again, and goodbye.